In Malaysia, a developing country, many graduates from various fields of study have been produced who are currently trying to place themselves in various type of company. But most fresh graduates nowadays find it very difficult to be employed despite having obtained many certificates from various levels of study. One of the reasons they are unemployed because of the lack of graduate attribute. So today, we are going to be presenting about the weakness of fresh graduates in Malaysia, especially who has been graduated from UTM, and we also try to find out solutions on how to improve the attributes of the student during their study so that after they graduated, they will not dealing the difficulties of to be employed.
Hi, my name is Carmen. Now I'm going to present about the issues related to the weakness of selected UTM graduate attributes among the students is communication skills. Communication skills are the essential skills that need to be achieved by graduates before they enter to working environment. However, there are many graduates facing a lack of communication skills in their life, and this makes an issue problem occur, so this problem must be addressed. Then, why do we need to address this problem? This is because a lack of communication skills may cause graduates hard to get a job, because job providers may not want to risk the job positions with a misfit person. In addition, a lack of communication skill may affect the productivity and efficiency of work. Especially the miscommunication problem will occur on employers and employees. For example, the graduate may need to ask the same questions with multiple times toward their employers. Through this, the employer may dismiss the graduate from their company as they perform poorly. In the end, the graduate will lose their job. Thus, as a student like us, how do we need to encounter the lack of communication skills? First, we need to practice listening skills and active responding to persons. Next, we also need to speak confidently in public. Next, we also need to master the different language, culture, and background. Last, we also need to acquire the multimedia tools such as PowerPoint, Canva, and other advanced technology so that the tools and skills can be used in our working environment. In a nutshell, a good communication skills will help us to get higher, land promotions, and be a success through our career.
Hello, my name is Fatih Shuhada. I will talk about the program's details. The title of this program is A Day with the Orphanage. The venue of this program is at Persatuan Kebajikan Darul Hanan, Johor Bahru, Pasir Kudang. The suggestion date is 5th February in 2022. The time suggestion is 8:30 AM until 5:30 PM. The suggestion activities content is we start with the aerobic first, and then we're gonna have a career talk, and lastly we will gonna do a volunteer charity at the Rumah Anak Yatim Darul Hanan. The lastly is goals and objectives of this program. The first thing, we want to apply a sense of empathy, love and care for the less fortunate. The next, we want to practice a challenging communication skills that will be used among the orphanage. And lastly, we want to build amazing teamwork between UTM students and people who are involved in the activities, which is a teacher, participants and the students. For the next part, I will pass to my friend Hazika.
Our target participant is 30 facilitators from students of University Technology Malaysia. We really encourage the participation of students from various majors. The invited guests for our program is 50 orphans from Rumah Anak Yatim Darul Hanan, which is located in Pasir Gudang, Johor. As for the itinerary, the program starts at 8 AM with introductory and aerobic session. The program ends at 5 PM after closing ceremonies with orphanage. This is the financial statement and expenses for the program. As we can see, the money are allocated to 4 main parts, which is food and beverage, technical, gifts and souvenirs, and lastly is donations. The way we evaluate are based on feedback from Google Form, which is filled by the participants.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Edin Anakiman, and I will talk about the importance of this program in improving graduate attributes among the students and for UTM itself. The first significance of this program is improving the communication skills among students of UTM, especially during the planning, implementation, and when the program is carried out. Communication skills can be improved because it will be used most of the time as it is needed in order to make the program a success. For example, participants of the program can express their own ideas and accept others' ideas, and with that, it indirectly enhancing their own communication skills within one another. Next is enhancing critical thinking skill among students of UTM, especially during solving problems related during the planning stage of the program. For example, at the beginning of the project, facilitators of the program might be facing some problems related to the budget or transportation. So they have to think of a solution in solving those problems in making sure the program can be carried out smoothly. Next is putting a sense of leadership and good teamwork among those who are involved, especially during the activities carried out with the orphans and also during the planning stage in making the program a success. For example, the activities involved in the program are aerobics, career talk, and probably some simple games to be played with the orphans. Each activity will be led by one leader that will be responsible for the activity proposed, and other committees below him or her. This will improve leadership and a good sense of teamwork in all individuals involved. Lastly, this program can apply a sense of empathy for the less fortunate and gratitude for what we already have in our life. It helps us to understand how others are feeling so we can respond appropriately towards the orphans, and also to be more appreciative for what we have, such as family. This is quite important for us students, as we are going to be the future leaders or working in a very harsh environment. Having empathy embedded in ourselves can stir a sense of empathy in ourselves towards other people in the future. Let us look at the importance of these attributes to UTM itself. First is the communication skills. Obviously, just saying something is not enough without any impact. Communication happens both ways, and the ability to successfully convey a message with enough understanding is an excellent communication skills. These particular skills will get all of us far in life. The first importance is it improves our presence of mind whenever we express our views, listens to what others are talking about, understands their point of views, and also while communicating what we are talking about. Next is that you will have much less mental stress compared to other students only because you are a better communicator. Next, it will help you communicate with lecturers on things you have a tough time understanding, and lastly, it can help to improve body language. Next is thinking skills. We often have to deal with problems or conflicts, so it is necessary to use critical thinking skills to understand the problem and come up with possible solutions. First, we are often given lots of information at a time, so we have to evaluate that information to determine if it is true, important, and whether or not we should believe it. Next, we have to have understanding and evaluating arguments. And also, we can draw conclusions based on evidence. Next is we can identify flaws in reasoning. And also, we can think creatively and systematically to solve. The last part would be leadership and teamwork. It is to learn the art of building relationships within teams, defining identities, and achieving tasks effectively. Next, it is important because it can help us to build confidence within oneself. By having a sense of leadership in ourselves, we can have a healthy belief in ourselves and our abilities. Next is to sharpen problem-solving skills. As a leader, we are mostly charged with the responsibility to guide our team through different challenges. So as a leader, it is an amazing opportunity for us to sharpen our problem-solving skills. Lastly, it will be inspiring networking. As leaders get to know a lot of people and organizations, it can be a very advantageous experience for them. That's all.
Before our program started, we already take some time to do surveying that involved of 20 UTM students as a respondent for this survey form. The purpose of doing this survey is to find out the level of effectiveness of our program is able to improve the attributes among students. From the survey data that we got, there are 45% of the respondents are about to become a fresh graduate soon because they will be graduated in this year. According to our survey data, 19 out of 20 respondents say the most attributes that the fresh graduate lacks nowadays is communication skills. The other attributes that fresh graduate lacks are thinking skills and leadership and team working skills, with 16 and 20 respondents respectively. So from here, we can make a simple conclusion that the fresh graduates are having fear when they need to do a presentation, and they always choose to be quiet instead of try to voice out their ideas. So to find out the solution about this problem, we also asked the respondent on how to improve the attributes, especially communication skills, among fresh graduates during their study. From the data, there are 65% of the respondents encourage students to join the external activities that has been organized in their campus. Furthermore, the attributes also can be enhanced by becoming a leader in a group project or assignment, according to the 10% of the respondents. Apparently, joining the program is the best way to improve fresh graduate skills. So, we are about to do the same thing, where we are organizing program that's called a day with the orphanage. So, to ensure that our program are able to give an advantage for the students who are joining our program as a volunteer, we also asked the respondents about 3 attributes that can be improved in this program. There are 7 types of attribute, and it turns out that communication skills is the top attribute that can be achieved through this program by having 19 out of 20 respondents, which is 95%. The other attributes that can be enhanced through this program is adaptability, which pointed out by 11 respondents, and thinking skill with 10 respondents. We also asked the respondents in our survey form whether our program will be interesting or not after we provided some activities in this program. For example, aerobic activities, career talk, and charity work. There are more than 50% of the respondents rate 9 and 10 out of 10 in this scale, which our program can be categorized as interesting according to the survey data. We also asked the respondents to suggest any other ideas that can be considered to make this kind of program more fun and give more advantage for volunteers who are joining this program. So here are several suggestions that have been made by our respondent. As a conclusion, we can say that our objective of this program is achieved. Our program will be one of the solutions to improve graduate attributes among students who will be on graduation soon. The attributes that can be enhanced through this program is communication skill and also thinking skill, according to the survey data, which these are the most attributes that our fresh graduates are lacking of nowadays. Therefore, if the students are able to master these attributes, later on, the unemployment issues among fresh graduates in Malaysia might be reduced.